on Instagram.
And you are now live on Facebook and YouTube.
Hello everybody, this is the Creativity Show. I'm Clare Cooley and I'm so glad you're here. I love sharing creativity with you. All of my life, the most repeated thing I've heard is, I wish I was more creative. People say to me all the time. They also ask me, how did you get so creative? How come you're so creative? How come you have so many different mediums you're comfortable to work in? And partly the answer is that's what I had in my very difficult upbringing to get me through my struggles was creative reverie. And I began a practice very young in life of enjoying my own imagination because I didn't need any funds, any support, any help, which I often didn't have. So I learned to use my imagination as a way to have fun, to express myself and heal. Emotions express, stimulate the immune system, a way to enhance my life. And so I'm going to be sharing some things with you, always in the hopes that something here inspires or informs you to use your own imagination. Everybody has one, to heal yourself, enhance your life, help others. Today, here in the Emerald Lady, here's the Four Seasons painting. We're going to show you some of that in process. It's actually a test, and it's in process. And when I was 18, the only time I ever tried to go to school, I went to a Wallace University where you write your own degree program. And I wrote mine fasting in the woods by myself, just like me. And it was called The Study of Movement. And it was about taking an inspiration, which now all these years later, I'm calling this Essence of Everything. And it's inspired by the four seasons, nature. All of our homes and origin is nature. So this particular performance piece will interweave word, visual, movement, and music. And I'm going to be doing all those elements, and Bodhi, my son, is going to be videoing it. So including videoing it, putting it together with technology, it's going to cover all of the art forms, not because I'm great at all of them or any of them, but I accept myself and my right to have fun, explore my own imagination, express it. And so I give myself permission to flow into all the different creative areas because it's so joyous. And that's what I most want to share with others, inspired by living in harmony with nature and each other, and show all of the different mediums flowing together in this performance piece that will have all these mediums, called The Essence of Everything. So this Four Seasons is a test, and I'm going to ask Bodhi to show the first, our 1903 carriage house that we're turning into a studio so we can make movies and do art and even skate dance out there. So he's going to show you that video. Are you ready? And while he shows you that, then he's going to show you another video we did of me doing this test, which, one second, when I do the actual performance piece, the test will be turned into 4 floor-to-ceiling panels that are hanging out in the carriage house we turned into a studio right now. So you'll see them hanging there, and they will be painted in front of you, in front of the camera, the audience. I may do this performance piece live in front of people. I definitely will do it first in front of the camera. But the idea is to create the set, the wardrobe, the spoken word, the music, and then skate dance to it, all in front of the audience. Spontaneous, free-flowing creativity. So let's show the carriage house turning into a studio. Tomorrow's live stream will be about using piece that will include visual, sound, movement, and word in one performance piece called The Essence of Everything, inspired by the 4 seasons. 4 primary colors, 4 directions, 4 elements, 4 metals, lots of 4s. All right, am I back?
You are.
Okay, so how about the 4 seasons test painting? Can we show that, or did we?
Absolutely. 1 second.
Okay, so next you're gonna see a little doing
This is
this test
a
in front of the
painting,
camera.
an art project I'm calling Essence of Everything, which of course is very ambitious. Which of course, even the word ambitious is ambitious. It's hard to say. Let's do this. I hope that seeing the joy that I get creating inspires you to follow your creative urges. And if there's anything that makes me as happy as creating, it's knowing that I'm helping other people have greater access to their imaginations, their courage to express it, and their confidence to share it with others.
And I'll be talking during those.
My artistic challenge is to combine the 4 seasons, 4 elements: air, water, earth, and fire, winter, spring, summer, and autumn, midnight, dawn, midday, dusk, snow, rain, rainbow, lightning, blue, green, yellow, and red, the 4 primary colors, the 4 metals: silver, bronze, gold, copper. All of this in one artistic visual representation without losing the grace, the natural harmony. So that's my challenge to myself. It also has 4 botanicals. It's watercolor, it's sumi ink, it's also got some acrylic paints and the metallic paints, as well as the colored pencil. So I'm combining all of these things. So this drafting table that I've expanded to be wide enough for this 57-inch wide painting with foam core. So during the painting part, with watercolor and the water running, I can do it flat. Yes, the whole thing can rotate and go up and down, as well as flat or angle. I try to have everything in my life have multi-purposes and be easy to transform. So here's our green screen for some video work we're doing. So here is my pencils. I love having all these colors. This makes me feel rich. To just have all these colors to work with, I feel like a wealthy person. Here is a tray of my colors, and here's the number on the top of each container corresponding to my little color strip here. So until next time, stay creative and enjoy.
Okay, well, that was the test for the 4 seasons that include so many different 4 elements, colors, metals, times of day, many different 4 directions, attributes, feelings. So for me, it's about interweaving as much of the natural world, and humans are part of the natural world. And for me, it's very much hoping my work can help us be inspired to live in harmony with nature, our beautiful home, and be guardians of this gorgeous planet we get to live on, and be respectful to the environment and one another. So you saw in the carriage house turning into our studio, and you saw the green screen here in the living room. That's part of the reason we wanted to convert our carriage house out of a garage into a studio, because not having to have the green screen and this production stuff here in the living room allows us to use the living room any way we like for art and visiting and such. So the next thing we're going to show you is the stenciling. I've done a number of outfits that I started to count this morning, and I got up to at least 34 different articles of clothing I've stenciled just in the last month, including what I'm wearing, which I did this morning, which we're going to show you at the end. But these are all, some of them are much, getting my hand back in, painting, testing the paints and the materials and the designs on lower impact than when I get to the beautiful silk kimonos that I'm going to paint, one for each season for this performance piece, Essence of Everything. So I'm practicing on, lower risk sorts of things, clothing that I've gotten or been given, gotten at used stores, or people have given to me because they didn't know what to do with it, or grew out of it, or it wasn't their taste anymore. So all of these outfits you're seeing in this little video have been done in the last month. It's really easy once you have the stencils, which I am going to be offering my stencil designs, publishing them and offering them as a collection. I have, I'm not very good at remembering numbers, but I think it was 278 different stencil designs I've done. And most of them are warblers and botanicals, flowers, cranes, peace in 48 different languages from around the world. So I have lots of natural stuff that make beautiful, as any of you who have seen the other videos we've been putting up on these live streams see pillows and duvet covers and wall friezes and even fine art besides the outfits. So next, show the pink botanicals and the warbler designs here on the floor right now in my living room. This is how I design stuff. I take out all my options for the different designs that I get to pick from to choose what I'm going to put on which article of clothing or pillows or walls or wherever I'm going to put it. And so this is how I visually organize and choose the design that will work the best for the application I'm doing. Now if you could show the 4 black kimonos, which will be the 4 seasons, and they're hanging here in the living room because it's what I'm going to do next. Now that I've done these many, get my hand back in, see how the paints and materials flow, I'm feeling confident to get to do these kimonos. The dragonfly one already has the dragonflies. That's going to be the summer one. But the 4 seasons there on the floor, winter is going to be cranes and an evergreen branch. Spring is going to be salmon and irises. Summer is going to be grasses and dragonflies. Fall is going to be maple leaves and a deer. And I'm going to draw the deer in front of the camera, in front of you guys, and draw the stencil design from that deer, show you how I do that, and turn it into a stencil. So you'll see the whole process. Here we have what I did this morning. That's actually, I'll show you when this video is done, on the back of what I'm wearing today. I did that this morning, and it's the flying crane on the back, and it's the, let's get a little closer for you, 2 cranes on the front. So here's the kimono that I did just this morning, and it's so wonderful because you can use these stencils cut either with a razor blade, which is how I started, a hot knife, or now I use a Cricut stencil cutter because I do so many of these different designs. But they can be done with just an X-Acto knife or a razor blade or a hot knife. You don't have to invest in a Cricut right away. If you don't want to, you can. I did all 48 languages of peace with a hot knife. Before that, I did lots of feathers, very delicate, with a razor blade. So you can do that, and it's fine. It's fun. And you can have these pieces of acetate that the stencils are cut into, if you take care of them, treat them well, for the rest of your life. It's going to last. There's no reason they have to ever wear out. And so they're very, very practical with the different ways you can use them. It's being so varied from dishes and platters, and there's so many ways. I've even seen people use stencils on vehicles, and you can label things, make signs. So there's as many ideas, ways to use stencils as you can think of. There's no limits. So I hope that everybody, including me, wants to be more creative. Everyone wants to enjoy themselves and have more fun and make purposeful things to enhance their life and make gifts for others. So hopefully there's been something here today that inspires or informs you, motivates you to use your imaginations to enhance your life, heal yourself, and share your unique aesthetic with the world. Any environment is healthier the more diversity. So share your aesthetic, share your style, share your essence with the world. And until next Saturday at 2, when I'll be back to share more, I hope you stay curious and stay creative. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.